Bandwidth and hosting for JapanCast.net has been provided by Site5. Site5 offers web hosting starting at just $4.95 per month, with 99.99% guaranteed uptime. Head over to site5.com and sign up for your 30-day free trial today. JapanCast is made possible by donations from our viewers and listeners. With several million video and audio episodes downloaded, we couldn't continue without your support. We sincerely appreciate your generosity.
JapanCast.net.
JapanCast のビデオエピソードへようこそ。平井堅です。
No. No, you're not.
ホルです。
ひとみです。
JapanCast is the number one Japanese video cast on the internet. This is episode number 16. Now, whether you're into Evangelion and Gundam or Mr. Donuts and Mosbaga, JapanCast.net is your place to go.
You have to put Hiraiken's picture here because
Oh, I will.
you're
Don't worry.
not Hiraiken.
Okay. We have a lot to cover. First off, JapanCast is not the number one video on the internet, like I said last week. The people who watch the video version saw that on the title, but those of you who listen to the audio are probably like, what the heck are you talking about? So I'm aware of that. Version 1.02 of the JapanCast iPhone app was released for both the paid and the free version, so make sure you've updated to the latest version. It's got bug fixes and feature enhancements and Japanese instructions and all kinds of stuff. And let's see, what else? We had a server upgrade again, thanks to Site5. We're growing so fast, they got an alert that we were actually, the server was running out of memory because we had so many people coming. So they upgraded the RAM on the server to speed it up again. So we really love those guys. And this episode, we decided to dedicate to some of the emails we've received. We got a lot to cover. So first, before we get to emails, let's do some news. So a lot of you probably have already heard this, but Bloomberg, I think it was Bloomberg, had reported that Steve Jobs was caught attempting to sneak some shuriken past security at Kansai International Airport. What's shuriken?
Shuriken?
Mm-hmm.
Shuriken? It's like a star-shaped metal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Very sharp stuff that ninja would use.
Ninja
so
stars.
your weapon, right?
Ninja stars, yeah.
Ninja stars, okay.
So, according to the story, Steve Jobs told security it made no sense for them to stop him because he's not going to try to hijack his own private plane. So he didn't see any problem with it. And now, Jimmy Lai, I think he's from Taiwan, has created an animation to show us what it would have looked like if Steve Jobs actually was a ninja trying to get through Kansai Airport with his shuriken. So let's take a look at that video
Okay.
now. So Apple actually has confirmed that Steve Jobs did go to Japan with his family, but they say the rest of it is all fictional.
No, you mean shuriken part?
Yeah, that he went to Japan, but the rest of that was just fiction. People getting
なんだ。
yeah.
つまんないな。
Now, my opinion is, if Steve Jobs really is ninja, he would have people from Apple say, this is all imaginary, made-up stuff, because he wouldn't want people to know that he really is. So, clearly, Steve Jobs is a ninja. The evidence suggests. So. That's it for news. Up next is the Culture Corner. So this week, I thought we could talk about something that I found confusing when I was in Japan. And you see it all the time in anime. And that's the word, and it's spelled Chome. It is
丁目
Chome.
丁目
And you see it written on buildings all the time in anime. And when you're in Japan, you see it. When I was in Japan, I thought it was see home.
See home.
Because it looks like see home. And when I mentioned to you, you hadn't really
I really
didn't know anything
don't know
about
where, yeah, what this actually means. I know it's an address, you know, some kind of address. We use it to write our address, but
didn't really know anything else.
no.
So we did some research into it, and what we found is Japanese cities are not laid out the way Western cities are. So, for example, when I lived in Miami, if I knew the address was 9701 Southwest 40th Street, I knew that it was going to be around the corner of Southwest 97th Avenue and 40th Street, because 9701 tells me the avenue, the cross street, and 40th is the avenue, and 40th is the street. So, and then anything labeled street or road went east to west, and anything that was avenue was north to south. And the addresses were always based on the cross streets, what was in between. So it was very easy to find your way around. In Japan, only the main streets have names, and buildings get their addresses based on their age when they were built. Yeah, not in the order from east to west or north to south. So the numbers are chronological. They're not based on, you're starting at street 0 and you're going to street 100. No, it's chronological. So an address in Japan works out like this. First you have the postal code, then you have the prefecture name, then you have the city name, then you have the ward, which is called ku, right? Then you have the block.
Ku is only for big city like Tokyo or Osaka or Kyoto. They use ku.
And then you have the block or city district, which is chome. Then you have the lot, which is called ban.
What? Ban?
Ban.
Oh, banchi, right. It's a number. Something ban. Yeah, it's a number.
Then you have the building, which is called go. And then,
Go?
Go. Or is it go?
Go.
Go or go?
It's go.
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 Okay. Then finally you put the name of the person, which is family name first and first name last. So this incredibly confusing system is why if you go to any Japanese company website, you're going to see they'll have a big map with very specific directions on how to get from the closest station to them. With, walking, you go here, you look here. It's nothing like Western cities where you can figure out based on the address. If the number is 304 and you're currently at 250, that if that way was 240, you must be going, you need to go that way. That doesn't work in Japan at all.
No.
So you were saying when people would call where you used to work, you'd have to...
Yeah, I have to say, okay, walk the, 300 meter, and then if you see this building, then you have to turn right, and then, that kind of thing.
So one suggestion I would, if you're going to be either traveling to Japan or doing any kind of a stay in Japan, learn directions and meters, especially Americans. Learn right, left, straight, back, street, because you're going to need to ask people, and they're not going to say it's at this address. They're going to say, go ahead, 300 meters, turn right at the...
And the second, what do you call traffic lights, the third traffic lights.
And I experienced that. I was in Fukuoka, and I asked directions, and they would say, okay, go straight 100 meters, turn right, go to look for the copy shop on the left.
Yeah, that's how we would...
It's very different than Western style. So
here, numbers, house numbers clearly, visible and marked really, well. But in Japan, no, you can't really see those numbers on the house. So
you have to look for a specific building and then know that next to that building.
So those numbers doesn't really mean anything because you can't see them.
Okay. So that's a little bit about Japanese address and why they have chome, or as I like to say, see home on Japanese buildings. Chome.
3丁目、4丁目、1丁目、2丁目.
Cool. And coming up next, we will have this week's phrase or idiom.